The winner to organize the 2022 FIFA World Cup is Qatar.
In 2010, Qatar owned the hosting rights of the FIFA World Cup. Normally, the bidding for the World Cup is complex. First and foremost, the bidding country needs to exempt all the taxes on revenue. It needs to have at least 12 stadiums with a minimum capacity of 40,000. And last but not least, it needs to have enough hotels, public transport in place. It actually becomes rather advantageous for hosting countries if existing facilities could be used, like France did in 1998 or Germany in 2006. But for Qatar, it wasn't the case. So to accommodate that, the tiny oil-rich Gulf state has spent around 220 billion US dollars in 12 years, almost 15 times what Russia had to spend in 2018. Qatar has built 7 new stadiums for 10 billion, a whole new city for 45 billion. Doha Metro has cost 36 billion. Other significant developments include transport, hospitality, port and other logistical infrastructures. The Qatari authorities have said that the developmental activities are part of a larger plan. Still, the amount is huge when we consider the expected profit amount, which is estimated to be 17 billion US dollar. FIFA, the governing body, will take care of only the operational costs, budgeted at around 1.7 billion for the entire tournament, and it will take home all the money generated as its direct revenue, which is estimated around 7.5 billion US dollar, a staggering net profit of 5.8 billion. To understand that properly, we will have to take a deep look at the business model of FIFA, which depends heavily upon the cash-rich event every 4 years. FIFA actually releases its account statement after every 4 years. For the 2015-18 cycle, FIFA's earnings was estimated at around 6.4 billion US dollar, and in the current cycle, it will oversee a gain of whopping 1.1 billion. There are mainly 4 ways that FIFA generates its money. First, there is the television rights, which the governing body sells to all the media companies across the world. The total broadcasting income in this circle is valued at 2.6 billion, which covers almost 56% of the total revenue. Then there are marketing rights, for which FIFA has 3 tiers. First, there are FIFA partners like Wanda, Adidas or Qatar Airways. Then in the second tier are the World Cup sponsors like Byju's, McDonald's and Budweiser. The last stage is for the regional sponsors. This sector also contributes at around 23% of total revenue. For its own events, FIFA controls 100% of the all ticket sales. The Qatar World Cup has seen the largest amount of ticket sales in the World Cup's history. FIFA takes all the money into its account. Licensing and branding too contributes a significant amount into FIFA's account. Now, when it comes to the expenses, for the Qatar World Cup, FIFA has allotted a package of 1.7 billion US dollar, most of which will be shared as prize money, where each participating nation will get 10.5 million, while the winner will take home 42 million. FIFA then takes home 10% of the total revenue for regular operations and distributes the remaining among all of its 211 member nations. This certainly makes FIFA the most profitable from the World Cup. But what will Qatar receive? According to the IMF's prediction, due to the World Cup, Qatar's economy will grow by 3.4% in 2022. It will eventually slow down to 1.7% by 2024. With 1.5 million fans coming into the country and another 3 billion viewers watching it on their television, Qatar could have expected a huge boost in their tourism and other large industries. Formula 1 is also coming to Qatar. But with 90% of its workforce being foreigners, it will mostly serve no purpose to its own citizens. Rather, the authorities will have to take care of the incomplete constructions and huge stadiums. Interestingly, Al Sadd, the biggest football team in Qatar, draws an average crowd of only 1500 in its home fixtures. So it will be a big headache for sure. Although being relatively richer than most of its Middle Eastern counterparts, being a global power in tourism and geopolitics was the sole reason behind Qatar's organizing the World Cup. But lots of controversies regarding bribing to get hosting rights, human rights issues, LGBTQ issues have drawn worldwide criticism to its human rights records. Looks like they have already conceded too many goals, both on and off the field.